those. So let's spend some time on ATS. So firstly, what is ATS? As I said, applicant tracking system. Now, what is this? Is this to put it in a simplest terms, ATS is like a software that is employed by the companies in order to shortlist or scan the resumes that they receive for a particular job post. So it's basically a software. So what it does is, for example, companies when they hire for a specific role, for example, structural engineer, BIM engineer, project management, site engineer, whenever they hire for any role, they have a job description, right? Job description in the sense what candidate they are looking for, the skills, experience detail, all of those sorts. So they have that job description ready. Whenever they advertise for some job, they receive a lot of applications. So this again depends whether it's an Indian company or MNC, it will receive a lot of applications. So for example, it doesn't happen like that. If one post of a project engineer or a BIM engineer, when it is advertised, only one application is received. It doesn't happen like that. As you may be knowing, if they advertise for one post, 100 or even thousands application gets received, because when it's put in internet or LinkedIn, a lot of people apply. This is how the job market works. So what's happening is, when a company is needing a candidate, they have the job description as the ideal requirement of candidate. Now, if so many people apply, so how do companies select? For example, say if it's a very large multinational firms, they advertise for some 10 structural engineer, 10 BIM engineer, or 10 project management roles. Thousands of people apply because multinational firms, say for example, everyone wants to apply, everyone wants to work on international project. So what if for few posts, hundreds or thousands of applications receive? So companies basically will not go and see each of the application to see which one is a good fit. So for this reason, to scan this a pile or a pool of resumes, they use a software or a system that is called as ATS. So what essentially happens is, this ATS scans the applications, say suppose 500 or 1000 applications, and it scans and gives only out of say those hundreds or those 500, only 5 or 10 which are more suitable as per the job role or as per the company requirement. So it will scan and pick only those resumes and give it to the HR or a recruiter. Now, how does it pick? Basically, so companies need to provide certain keywords. Now, what are keywords? So these keywords, the company will input into the ATS. Those resumes in which these keywords are present, those will be picked. For example, now how do companies decide what are the keywords? For example, if a BIM engineer they are hiring, any company is hiring BIM engineer. So based on the job description, what are the keywords? Could be class detection, or say LOD, level of details, say 2D, 5D, 7D, these could be the keywords. Or Revit, this could be the keyword because Revit is a software that is used for BIM. What else could be the keywords? Say MEP, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, or suppose if they want to hire in electrical domain, electrical engineering could be the keyword. Like this, Naviswork, again another software, this could be a keyword, because if you have mentioned certain experience in your resume with Naviswork and companies want that, so that's picked, I mean that they choose as a keyword. So like this, keywords are nothing but the hot words from the experience or from the job role, which they input in ATS. Based on those keywords, it will scan on the resumes and it gives a certain score. For example, it could be out of 100, it could be out of 10. Suppose for example, you can see that contact information or say professional summary. So whatever it is giving, it gives a green tick mark, because say for example, whatever professional experience looking, if it's there in the resume, it gives the tick mark. Suppose for example, education, whatever the job description the company needs, say for example MTech, you are having only BTech, so it gives the red mark, in the sense it tells that this person doesn't have MTech as the job description says. So in the job description, education it is red. Similarly, in work history it is red. Based on certain parameter, it rates whether this is called as a resume score. It could be out of 100, it could be out of 10. The resume with maximum score is picked by the ATS. How ATS picks? The more keywords that are present based on the job description that company has provided, based on that, any resumes that are having maximum of those keywords or those job description points which the company wants. So if those keywords are present and those are highlighted, only those resumes are picked and those are given to the HR. So what's essentially happening here is, before a human eye sees the resume, the computer scans it. So ATS is basically a computer or a bot scanning your resume. So that is why if you want your resume to be picked with ATS, you should definitely have the keywords from the job description, so that ATS picks and gives it to the human eye for the recruiter or HR to look. So this is a very important. So keywords are the most important part in the ATS. Then who uses ATS? Now, as I said, it could be a small firm, a medium firm, or a multinational firm. Please understand, small or a medium firms may not use ATS. The simple reason is because this software, to develop, to have it in this, it costs. I mean, it's not a free, it's not an open source this thing. So this will cost money for the companies. Obviously, when it is costing money, small to medium firms may not employ ATS to scan the resume. Why it is important for you to understand is, suppose you are applying for a multinational firm, they will definitely use ATS. When you know this, you can structure your resume to be ATS compliant. I'll come in a bit to explain you more about how to make a ATS compliant details in the next lecture or next slide. For now, please understand, if you're applying for a multinational firm, they will definitely use ATS. So your resume should be ATS compliant, or your resume should be such that ATS can pick your resume. Now, also the important things, should be worried about the ATS, the hype that it gets. Now, the reason why I have included is, you